Hey everybody, it is Matt Squires, author of The Maverick Method, How to Win the Startup Game, and of course founder of the Trademark Company. And today we are talking about the concept of everyone wants to be captain until it's time to do captain stuff. One of my favorite shows is a show by the name of Below Deck. And on the show, it chronicles, a super yacht, the captain and the crew as they take charter guests around the Caribbean, on these mega beautiful, super yachts, et cetera, et cetera. And the captain is, his name is Captain Lee, always has these little quips, but he, knows how to run his ship. He's been doing this for many, many years. And one of his more, I think, one of his better, quotes of all time would be, everybody wants to be the captain until it's time to do captain stuff. And to me, what that sort of personifies and what that means is so often you'll have, employees that actually work for you that, want that big raise, that want that big title and such, but they have to be willing to work for it, is the other side of that. And I think, Captain Lee's, thought on that, it's just his expression on this so brilliantly summarizes that. So we all face this in employment. More and more these days, you have employees that'll come to you after only working for you for a couple weeks or a couple months and believe that they're doing a great job, and they may be doing a great job. And even after, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, they're like, okay, time for my big raise and such. In my generation, that was more of an annual type thing. With the younger generations, once they believe that they're doing their job somewhat well or start getting bored, they're like, okay, it's raise time. So how do we handle these things is really the question. And so, to Captain Lee's point, everyone wants to be captain until it's time to do captain stuff. Well, break it down into 3 parts. This is what I would suggest handling, or how to handle these situations. Number one, sit down with them and give them respect of basically actually speaking with them about what they want, and identify exactly what it is they want. Is it a big raise? Is it a new title? Whatever it happens to be. So the first thing is to identify exactly what they want. The second thing is create a realistic plan to get them there. Okay, so let's say that the employee that you believe that doing a 100% of their job is a salesperson, and they make you $10,000 in sales a month, and they say, well, I want to double my bonus this month, or I want to double my salary, or whatever the case may be. Okay, that's great. Create the plan. The plan would be is you need to be making $20,000 in sales a month. Whatever it is for your company, but create for them a plan to get them there. If it's merely a title, they want a different position. All right, here's what I'm going to need to see objectively from you to get to that position. I need you to be doing X, Y, and Z on a daily basis, and I can promote you. All right, put it down in writing. Put that plan in writing, because then it's going to hold their feet to the fire. It's going to give them an objective standard to actually reach. And finally, of course, hold them to the plan. Review it periodically, and so they can either move towards that plan, that goal that you mutually established, and it should alleviate some of the stress, some of the worries and whatnot, because they want to be the captain. Fine, here's what it takes to be the captain. We put a plan in place and we're going through it. And as you review it, that's step 3, you're either going to see that they're actually doing those things that you sat down and planned them because you gave the respect to give them a plan, or they're not, but then it's put back onto their plate. I've done this numerous times throughout the years, mostly to good results. Sometimes the person does become disgruntled and is refusing to accept the fact that they just don't want to do the work to become the captain, and that's fine. But at least you gave them the respect of listening to them, putting a plan in place, and saying this is what you need to do to have that raise, that new title or whatnot. And then at the end of the day, they all know that one way or another, either they didn't do it or they did. And if they did, fantastic. They've helped you and your company. Everyone's happy. If they don't, you got about a 50-50 chance that they're going to take responsibility for not actually doing the work that it takes to become captain. So again, everyone wants to be captain until it's time to do captain stuff. A brilliant quote by Captain Lee from Down Under, and also very applicable to any entrepreneur in their small business. Listen, if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, throw them down in the comments. Remember, there's always more about this sort of stuff in the book, The Maverick Method, How to Win the Startup Game. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.